We are going to do the even ones. On number 2, we want to simplify by combining like terms. Before you can combine like terms, you need to distribute the numbers in front. So, -2 times w, -2w, -2 times -4, positive 8y, 5 times w,
5w,
and 5 times -2y. Very good. Combine your two y's together, or your two w's together, and you get 3w. -2 plus 5. And combine your y's together. 2, -2. This one's negative, one's positive.
Oh, I put a 2 hour, 10 hours.
All right. Number 4.
What do we get if we complete this?
I'll replace your lowest critical grade with a 100. F of -6. So in place of all of the x's, you are going to put in -6. So 3 in place of the x, I'm going to put -6. Plus 2 in place of the x, I'm going to put -6. Minus 5 in place of the x, put -6. And then minus 4. Alright, you can type that in the calculator. Alright, so I would not ask you to do that without a calculator. You can type it in and you get 3,986. Alright, any questions on those two? Cool. Alright, next group says write the function in standard form, then classify it by degree. Don't worry about the classifying by degree. It's not on your test. So I just want to simplify this and make sure it's in standard form. So I'm going to do number 6. I'm going to distribute out the 4x cubed. So 4x cubed times x.
4x, 4.
Yep, yeah, 4x to the 4th.
What's that called again?
Just to the 4th. And 4x cubed times 2x squared.
2 6x to the 5th.
8x to the 5th. 4 times 2.
Oh, yeah.
But you add your exponents. And if you forget about the adding exponents, it is on the exponent rules in the back in blue. You see that very first one, how you're adding your exponents. So 4x cubed times -2. Uh-huh. Did I mess up?
No.
Okay.
Did they just leave it like that? No.
No.
You gotta do the exponents in that correct order.
Yeah, so exponents need to be in descending order. So biggest first. So the 8x to the 5th is going to go first, then 4x to the 4th, then minus 8x cubed.
So the biggest to smallest?
Yep, biggest to smallest. And then you're done.
Are those guys multiple choice?
Some of it, yeah.
Is it gonna be like last time where like different problems were worth different amount of points?
Mhm.
Is that how you do it for every test?
Mhm. All right, number 8. All right, this sign right here, that means multiplying. All right, so the regular old dot, that's like multiplying. All right, so what is f of x?
X squared plus 5.
Go down to the number 8.
F of x is 4x squared minus 3.
4x squared minus 3. And g of x on number 8.
G of x is 2x minus 5.
Good, 2x minus 5. All right, so you put your f in, you put your g in. We're multiplying them. And because you're multiplying, you have to distribute. So you're going to take the first term and you are going to distribute it. to both of those guys. So 4x squared times 2x is 8x cubed. 4 times 2 is 8. Right, 4x squared times 2x is 8x cubed. And then 4x squared times negative 5.
Negative 20x squared.
Uh-huh, negative 20x squared.
And then 3, negative 3 times 2x.
Negative 3 times 2x.
Squared. Negative 6x.
Very good. Negative 3 times 2x is negative 6x.
15.
Yep, and then negative 3 times negative 5 is plus 15. All right, do you have any like terms that you can combine?
No.
Nope, so are your exponents in descending order?
Yeah.
Yep. You're done.
Alpha squared is bigger than
Okay. Number 10. So f of x is 2x squared plus 1, g of x is 3x squared plus 7x plus 1. This one is just like the second problem. All right, it's just like this number 2 up here, except we have to write our functions in. So 3, what am I going to put in place of f of x?
Oh. 2x squared plus 1.
Yeah, 2x squared plus 1. All right, and then I have plus 6. And what are you putting in for g of x?
3x squared plus 7x plus 1.
Very good. All right, and we just got to simplify and combine like terms. So I'm going to distribute my 3, distribute my 6. I don't know if I mentioned this in the beginning, but once you distribute, you don't need your parentheses anymore. So once you distribute the 3 in here, your parentheses can go away. 3 times 2x squared, 6x squared. 3 times 1, 3.
18.
All right. 6 times 3, 18x squared. 6 times 7,
42.
42, and then it's got an x. 6 times 1,
6.
6. All right, and then I have to combine like terms. So do I have...
6x squared, 18x squared equals 24x squared.
Good. Combine your x squared, you get 24x squared.
There's no room.
I know. You can do it on another sheet of paper if you need to.
And 3 plus 42. No, wait. 3 plus 1. Wait, what?
Do you have any other x's?
No.
Yes.
No.
42.
No, we don't have. We just have the 42x.
Yeah, that's right.
And then, yeah, we can combine 3 and 6, and we get 9. I wanted to save paper and fit it all on one page. That's why it's tiny. All right, number 12. All right, number 12. The open circle here, that means a composition, so it's not multiplying. None of this means multiplying. This is not multiplying, that's not multiplying, none of it's multiplying. All right, it's composition. So first I want to rewrite it, g of f of x. You're going to put the second letter inside the first function. So f is going to go inside of g. Once you rewrite it, work from the inside out. All right, so f of x. Very good. F of x equals negative 4x minus 6. Can we simplify that or solve that out anymore? No, that's all I know about f of x. And we are going to put that in to the g function. Now you're substituting it in. So like think about I don't know, football and basketball or whatever sport you sub in. When you sub somebody in, the other player goes out, right? Mm-hmm. So when we are subbing this guy in, the x comes out. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So don't leave the x in there because you're subbing something in for it. So we're going to put negative 4x minus 6 in place of that x. So I have negative 2, and then in place of the x, I'm going to put negative 4x minus 6 and then I have the plus 3. So I took this x out, and I shoved in negative 4x minus 6. Do y'all see that? Okay. And then from there, you just have to simplify. Distribute the negative 2. You can get positive 8x plus 12 plus 3. And then 12 plus 3 combines and gives you 15. All right, any questions about that? All right, ready? She'll get it. Sorry, did you get it? You good? Okay. All right. 14. All right, 14, I'm trying to solve. So I'm going to put the line here. Now I'm trying to solve for m, and my problem is that I have 2 terms with an m in them. So I'm going to combine my terms. Now do you see how they're both on the same side? So you can just combine them. You don't have to do the opposite and move one because you're not moving it to the other side. They're already on the same side. So negative 2m minus 7m, you can just combine that and you get negative 9m plus 5 equals 3. And then now it becomes a regular 2-step problem.
Minus 5.
Right, minus 5. And then what?
Divide by
Yep, divide by negative 9, divide by negative 9. And that reduces to 2 over 9. Double negative turns positive. All right, 16. What am I going to do first?
Take away
the 12.
Right, good. Get rid of the 12 by adding 12, because you got to do the opposite.
10, 5 over 9.
All right, 5 over 9x equals 10.
Then when you have times by the reciprocal,
Very good. Times by the reciprocal. What is the reciprocal?
9 over 5.
9 over 5 times by 9 over 5. And so x equals
14. Wait, what?
18.
You get 18.
It's actually not that hard to do in your head. You don't have to. I mean, you can plug in your calculator, but 5's on the bottom, right?
Yeah.
What is 10 divided by 5?
2.
What's 2 times 9?
18.
Do that again.
Okay. 5's on the bottom, right? So you're dividing by it. What's 10 divided by 5? So what's 2 times 9? 18. Make sense?
I get 38.
I got 14 over 5 because.
Yeah.
10 times.
I got 18.
9. Well, that's number 1.
Divided by 5.
That's fine.
The 10 times 9 is 190.
Divided by 5. No, 10 times 9 is just 90, not 190.
That's pretty good.
When we take the quiz,
At the end. All right, let's do 18 real fast. All right, 18 just has a lot of decimals. All right, so that you would be able to use a calculator. I wouldn't make you do all those decimals by hand, so just hang with me with the decimals. 0.8 times 5x is going to be 4x. 0.8 times negative 3 is negative 2.4. Negative 5 times 3x is negative 15x. Negative 5 times negative 0.2 is a positive 1 equals 3x. All right. So I have some like terms over here that I can combine. 4x minus 15x is negative 11x. And negative 2.4 plus 1 is negative 1.4.
You move the 11x over.
Right, so let's move the 11x. I'm running out of space, so I'm going to put it right over here. So I have negative 1.4 equals 14x. And then what's the last step?
You divide it.
Divide by 14. Alright, so just a lot of decimals there, but you'd be able to use your calculator on a problem like that. Alright, on 19 and 20, this is going to be a bonus question on your test. So if you don't totally understand it, it's not a big deal. It is going to be a bonus question. Alright, we're solving for x here. Do you see how you have two terms with x? So you need to combine them. When you combine them, we are going to subtract my coefficients, v minus w, and the term is going to stay in x. Right, whatever your coefficients are, you're just going to subtract them. We don't know what that number is. It's some number, whatever v and x are. And then we still have minus 8 equals negative 15. So that's combining the terms. So I have the 1x I can solve for.
Would you do x squared because it's 2x's?
No, because I'm not multiplying them. I'm just combining. So remember, if you combine 2x plus 3x, it's just 5x. You don't mess with the x. All right, so now it's just a two-step problem. What's the first thing I'm going to do?
Here, look at 8.
Yeah, plus 8. Okay, and then how do I solve for x? How do I get rid of v minus w?
You add.
Divide. Whoever said divide is correct. Divide by v minus w. So x is going to equal negative 7 over v minus w. Like I said, bonus question, so if you don't get it, don't worry too much about it.
Have you learned this before?
Yeah, we did solving for a variable. They weren't that hard, but we did do solving for a variable. It was in 2-3 notes. 2-3. All right, 27. I'm sorry, your graphs are so tiny. I'm sorry. I try to fit everything on one paper, so do your best with the graphs. But know that this is your y-intercept, and the number with the x is your slope. So your y-intercept here is at 3. I know, I'm sorry. And your slope is up 1 over 1. So you get a line like that. The graphs on your test will be much larger. Domain and range. What's the domain and range for all linear functions?
Infinity, negative infinity, infinity.
Yes, negative infinity to infinity. Alright, flip it over on the back.